Ladies and gentlemen, a young girl was abducted on Friday night, and this is what her mom from America has to say. Go ahead. So tell me something. When was the last time you spoke to your daughter?
I spoke to my daughter on Friday night, 9:02 and 9:04. Whilst I was talking to her, the call ended. And I was like, just like that, when I get home, I tried to call
Did
her
you hear
back and I
anybody
did
screaming or anything?
nothing. No, nothing. She went to get the food, like I said, to eat. And
Okay.
that was it. And I did not
How long?
ask.
I realized she stayed in Chaguanas. How long she been staying in Chaguanas?
She been in Chaguanas for a very long time. She just be sometimes in Port. It's been off and on by the boyfriend.
What is her
Like I
full name?
said, Aaliyah Kissoon.
But she had changed her name. She did a deed poll.
Pool.
And what
Yes.
is her name now?
Aaliyah Kissoon.
Formally.
Formerly Shali and Shali Suraj.
All right. Okay. But now with Aaliyah Kissoon. All right. And where she worked previously. Cause
She was working in a place, oh gosh, I don't know the place in St. Augustine, graphicing and all of these things. She was working for a very good company. I couldn't tell you the name of the company, honestly,
no,
but
I found
she
out that
started. Mhm.
go ahead.
She is she got a place in Lange Park where she was opening up a elderly home. It was supposed to be opening up in April.
Did she start construction on the place and infrastructure work inside and whatnot?
Yes.
Did she ever send you pictures and videos of the place?
No, when she went there last week, she video called me to see what the place looked like, and the owner of the place, the tenant, the landlord, I'm sorry, had a vehicle parking in the driveway, and she asked him to move it. That's where the home is supposed to be open up.
Is she
That's
familiar? Is she familiar with dealing with the elderlies?
Yes, she does that work. That she
A
works. She's
geriatric
on.
adolescent kind of thing?
No, 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 no. No, she worked. There's Rampasads. There's Rampasads. They call that place on
Rampasadi Clinic. Go ahead.
a clinic down there. She worked there. She trained at
Oh, so
the
that is how she
wellness.
decided because she worked at Rampasad private clinic in Freeport. Yeah, I know Rampasads
Some right in Freeport,
in
and then she had
Freeport.
trained. Yes,
And then,
and she had trained. She did her classes, her training in a place somewhere in Kunapia side at a home
she decided to open a place of her own.
own.
Okay, a home for the age. I now understand because I couldn't understand how
Yes,
she would jump to that to go open a
yes,
place there. Okay,
yes. No.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
And how long? Now, I realized she had moved to a place in Chandanagar. Yeah, she had been there for a month now.
Right, yes. And before there, she was in the back, like where I was telling you, by the cemetery when you go in, like, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Chandanagar Cemetery in that side where there. She went to another place. Okay,
Yes,
right.
yes.
Secondly, this boyfriend of hers, right? How long she been going around with him?
Like about 2, 3 years now. I can't tell exactly how long.
Okay. Okay, because 2 or 3 years. You have never seen him before.
No, I've never met with him.
When
I
last
spoke
you
to
were in
him
Trinidad?
last year sometime.
So when you
Last
were in
year.
Trinidad, did she make any attempt for you to see the boyfriend, your new boyfriend?
No,
Why?
no, no. Huh?
Why?
Because she know that there are things I would object to.
Okay. How long you stayed in Trinidad?
Like about 5 days, 4 or 5 days. I don't come for long.
Okay. Okay. But what was very what is very what grabs my concern is that she was buying gyros. She was buying
Mm-hmm.
they said she was at somewhere in Chase Village by some gyro person, some belly place or something like that. And she said she was talking to you. They said she was
I I was talking to her.
How did that conversation last for? Oh no. When did the conversation start? When she reached there, or while she was in the car, she was talking to you and thing?
I spoke to her while she was home, and she said it's raining a lot. I'm waiting for the rain to stop falling, and I'm going to get something to eat.
Right.
Because on my phone, you could see, I could screenshot it. We talk like a million times for the day.
All right.
She and my other, I spoke to my two daughters
Right.
like that constantly.
Okay.
So she said it's raining. She waiting to go and get something to eat. I said, okay. By the time then I went to the grocery and came out, and then she called me and we were talking, and then she hung up the call, and then she called me back again. That was 9:02 and then 9:04.
Okay.
And that's when she was getting this stuff, but I didn't know where she went to get it. I didn't know exactly
Did
what
she
she
tell you,
was
Mom,
getting.
I'm buying dinner now, or I'm buying a gyros. I'm waiting in front
No,
of the
she
place.
no, she did not tell me she buying no gyro. She didn't say exactly what it was. She just said she come to get food, and
Okay.
that was it. But when they
Was she in a
called me
car, or was she
yesterday,
standing outside?
I didn't ask her all of that. I really didn't ask her
Were you
all of
hearing
that.
any cars or any noise to the back?
Honestly speaking, to my understanding, like to my recollection, I cannot remember clearly. If you know, well, obviously there was noise, but I don't know like what was it the
But if you
surrounding
are, but
about.
strange enough, but if you are being abducted or you are being held and you have a phone, you would have heard some kind of
The
voice
call, the call ended same
abruptly, and the
time,
call ended abruptly.
abruptly, abruptly, and I tried to call her back, no answer. Then I called back like 10 something or 50 something. I have the times when I call and no answer. Then yesterday morning I call her back 11:52 because I stayed home. Like I said, I had to make sure with my mom she's not well. And I prep her, then leave to go to work. So 11:52, when I leave out to go to work, I call her.
So
No answer.
I just wanted to go back to the time when she was buying food and she was taken. At nine, what? That call was at
9:02
9:02.
and then
And when did you try
9:04.
to call her back?
Like 9 something, I tried to
And
call
when
her back.
again?
And then when I call her back 9 something, I think another time I couldn't I have it on my phone. And then I tried to call her back yesterday morning and I did not get no answers.
Uh-huh.
Normally, if she go and she wake out or she wake up late, like 2 nights ago, she said, Ma, I could not sleep. I went to bed 6 o'clock. So she did not call me till late in the evening time. And I was like, okay. So I didn't pay it no mind. But one
Mhm.
of her cousins called me whilst I'm working, like one something, and asked me if I talk to her because they know I will talk to her. I talk to her
Mhm.
constantly. I am on the phone with her all the time.
Because what I would like to find out, if at a place like that he was abducted in front of a gyros man, her car taken, she placed in another vehicle, you talking to her, just so that no, just so that the call
The call just dropped.
just abruptly, this would have been buzzing
But
because
no, sometimes Ian, sometimes she does just end the call. So I didn't think anything strange. Because there are times we on the phone talking and she just end the call like that. And then she'll call me back after a while. Oh ma, I had a call. Oh ma was I get this. Oh ma was texting like that. And that's how it goes with her. So I didn't pay it no mind. I really didn't pay it no mind.
because what was very interesting is that I wonder when the police was notified about this kidnapping. Do you have
I
any
don't
idea
know
what time
because
the police was notified?
I don't know. Let me give you the time I get the phone call. Hold on. This is yesterday. I'm minimizing you. When I get the phone call yesterday. Um, yesterday. Okay, yesterday I get this phone call from her cousin. 2:36 p.m. for 3 minutes.
Like 2:36 the next day? Like 2:36
Yes,
Saturday?
yesterday I get this call. 2:36 p.m.
So why won't you
yesterday.
call earlier on? Why weren't you contacted from 9 Friday, 9 o'clock Friday to quite 2 o'clock? You are the mother, you living abroad. Why no attempt? Why did her
No,
boyfriend make attempt to contact anybody?
no, Ian, because I did not think of anything like that. Because my daughter would normally call back. Sometimes she asleep. I call her. I'll tell you the time that I call her.
Could I ask you something?
Yes.
How did her family find out that she was that she was kidnapped? How did her relatives, her sister, her immediate
That's the
relatives?
okay, so this is what happened. The same person, which is 2:36 p.m., called me and asked me if I talked to her. So I said yes. Last night I was talking to her on the phone because they know she always talking to me. I said yes last night, and then they went like this again and say what time. They started to question me the time and everything. So I said I went back on my phone and I tell them and I said I was talking to her whilst I was eating something and the call just hung up. And it was like, the call hung up. I said, yes, she just hung up the call. She went to get something to eat. Then the cousin said to me that she's missing. I said, what? I paused. When I paused, the cousin said, are you there? And I said, yes. I said, what you telling me? I said, but I talked to her last night. She said she missing. I said, what you mean she missing? Then she said she get kidnapped. She said, then she told me how the boyfriend asked her my number if he didn't call me. And I said, no, nobody didn't call me.
Hold on. What time did the boyfriend call this cousin that called you?
I don't know what time he called her, but she called me 2:36, like I told you.
Well, I guess she would have called you immediately.
Nobody called me immediately. Nobody called me
No, but
immediately
if to
because,
did
like
you
I
ever
said,
ask
when
her
I
what
leave,
time did the boyfriend contact her?
honestly speaking, Ian, I didn't even ask a question. My concern was just locating my daughter. Because I and all up until today, I try message her phone. Up until today, even though they told me the phone is in the police in the car at the station, I still try calling it, even though all of this I'm hearing.
But what I would like to find out is how long after the incident, because she and her boyfriend lived together.
No, 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 no. But she had told me, Ian, and this is why I always calling her and talking to her. She told me some time ago because they used to have a little store in some place up in Central in a village, somewhere there, right? And she had told me one time they tried to kidnap her up there and they did not succeed. And they sent messages out was to kidnap her in the past. And she was staying at some place, some hotel she was staying and whatnot. And this is one of the reasons why. And I told her up until last week, I said, child, it's not safe for you alone to stay in that place. The way things is going in Trinidad. And this is one of the reasons why I keep calling her. I would call her and I would call her and I would call her and I would call her.
I don't know, girl. Something not adding up. Something not adding up.
It's
But
not adding
very
up.
interesting. Okay, it was yesterday, 2:37 or whatever they call it. When did the boyfriend contact you after that conversation you had with your cousin?
When I spoke to her cousin, when the cousin called me, I asked the cousin because she said the boyfriend asked her my number. I told her, I said, just add him on my call, add him, add him, add him, add him. And I keep hesitating for them to add him. I said, add him, let me talk to him. I want to know what's going on. And that's when she really added him on the call. And that's when he said he's at the police station. He is there for how much hours? 4+ hours. And I just keep asking him, what you know, how you
What he
know,
said he
when they
knows.
call.
What he said he knows.
He told me that how they call him from her phone
What time
and
did they
told
call
him
him? What time did they
I
call him?
I did not ask him, Eon. I didn't ask because like I just lose my head.
Okay.
He said they call him from her phone and told him that we get your girl. And this is how much we want. And if you don't believe us, go to Mount Hope. And you will see the car park up in Mount Hope, which that's exactly what they said they did.
Was it parked inside of Mount Hope or outside of Mount Hope?
Inside Mount Hope,
Or
I
they-
understand the same cousin told me it was parked inside Mount Hope by the pediatric side somewhere there by some ramp, and there's a parking space somewhere there, and the car was parked there. And when they get there too, up until yesterday, 2 o'clock or something, they peep in the car. Yes, everything is in the car. Her bag is in the car, the phone, the keys, the everything, just as what the guy said they told him. And they try to get the phone to see who she was with last, which I know my daughter was talking to me. I don't know whoever else after that, when or what, but my call just ended. Then they said the police tell them no, they cannot get it, and they removed the car and brought it to Freeport police station.
Okay, let me ask you something else. So after you had that call with the boyfriend and whatnot, how long after did the boyfriend call you back with her on the phone?
With who? With my daughter?
Yeah, because I heard I heard that that. Tell me.
Last night now, because I've been on the phone. I could share my records. I've been
No,
on the
that's
phone
okay.
constant.
What time in the night the boyfriend called you?
Last night. Let me go back on my phone. I have to go. It was. Let me see. Because when he leave the station, he said that the police and them told him to monitor the calls, that they will be listening. Do not take no WhatsApp call. They will monitor it. It was 10:43 p.m. last night. I was in the shower when I get the call. And that's when I reach out, and I think you probably call. I don't know if you call me. I don't know, because my other daughter messaged you.
Okay, let me
So
ask
it
you
was
something.
10:43 p.m.
Okay, 10:43 p.m. The boyfriend called you, right?
And add my daughter. My daughter was
And he
talking
added
to
your
him.
daughter to the phone?
Yes.
So he called you first?
No. My daughter was talking to him, and my daughter must have asked him for me.
Your
So
daughter
he
was
added
talking
me.
to him?
Yes, they
While
call
she
when
was
they
in, hold
talk.
on. Your daughter was speaking with him while she was in the hands of her abductors.
Yes.
Tell me if I'm
He
going
said
right.
that
And then she asked him to add you on the phone.
she asked for me, and he added
Okay.
me.
And he added you.
So yes, the guy,
Okay. And what
the
exactly did your daughter tell you?
the guy called him first, and then he asked to talk to my daughter. And when they were talking, she asked for me, and he added me quickly. And then I asked my daughter. All my daughter, she was crying, and all she said to me, "Ma, I want to come home." I said, "Yes, child, I know. I want you to come home." And then I said, "Child, are you hearing anything? Where you?" She said, "Ma, I don't know where I'm at. It's dark. I don't know." And then she said she only hearing Spanish talking. That is it, and that was the end of the call for me.
And what did the boyfriend tell you? Did the call end with both
So
of them?
the call ended with both him and I on the phone, and I said to him, that's when I spoke to him. I said, "Did you get the information?" But the police said, like, make sure it record. Like, we told him to record it too, and he said yes. But they end the call when they heard her talking with me on the phone.
But strange enough, why would they end the call while she was talking to you when she asked him
Sorry.
to speak with you? So all that time they had to have the phone in the hand. If she's abducted,
Yes.
they must have had the phone by her mouth. So the moment she said, "Add my mother," they would have ended the call. Why would they end the call during the conversation with you?
But all of that we were saying how it is she get added on the call,
Something
how
is
I
not
get
right.
talk to her. So all of this thing, so I don't
Something is
know
not
how
right
it.
because if they cut the call, while the call with you, while the call is with you, how come when if she say the kidnappers, if they say the kidnappers call while they call him, "Hey, I have your girlfriend." While she talking to him, she's speaking with him in the hands of her kidnappers. She said, "Add mommy." He adds you on he adds you on the phone, and while you're talking to her and asking her all the questions, the phone cut. But initially, if they didn't want you to speak to her or make the conversation last so long, they would have never gone with all that. And they are fully aware that that these things can be traced and whatnot. They wouldn't go to that length to add a call to talk to the boyfriend for she to talk to you. Something is not adding up.
That's what I'm saying too, and that's why I try reaching out and I run down like trying to call you. Even just now, when I get the call, well, I didn't get a call. I was talking to somebody and overheard somebody come and telling the cousin that called me, which is the cousin mother, come and telling her that she's in Carlson Field, that
Okay, well, we
somebody
don't want to go.
is.
We don't want to go with that. We heard that also. We don't want to go with that as yet because I'm recording this. But what I want to find out, what I want to find out, is that well, I realize. No, I don't want you to comment nothing about what I'm going about to say. I want you to reserve your comments. I want you to reserve your
Okay.
comments because I
Okay.
realize she is with an Afro Trinidadian man identified as G man. Am I right? A man identified as
Yes.
G man. He's a Jamaican national. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That is all. That is all. That is all. But I don't want to cast aspersions on anybody, but I can tell you, based on my experience, something is not adding up here because how
Because
could
how it is you're gonna call somebody and then tell them that the car, if you're taking somebody from there, why move her car? When you're kidnapping somebody, you would leave the car right there.
yeah, and if you say by some bellyful gyros man, some man named bellyful or whatever, something like that, some
I
stupidness
don't
like
know the
that.
name, but some gyro place, because
Some
when
gyro
we
place.
asked
That is a
her,
busy place. That is a well lit place in the night. It have cameras. The triangle, they have cameras. Why, if you abducting somebody, why would you take that time to take a vehicle and drive from Chase Village straight to
to
Grand Bazaar?
free to
Past Grand
Mount
Bazaar,
Hope.
go in Moncton and park the car. Why didn't park the car somewhere in some bush off Limehead Road, off Chandanagar? It have so much of back street, so much in the cane field, as they say, those agricultural places there that is not occupied by no houses or anything. The car could have parked there, so I don't understand. Or you could have drove, or they could have drove the car to Carlson Field, which is about 1 minute to park the car somewhere. What? Why would you take it to quite Moncton? Why would you take her to a Toyota Axio to Montauk and park it there quite in Montauk? And she was abducted in Chase Village.
And Chase
Something is not
Village.
right.
Well, that's exactly what everybody is saying on my
Something is
family
not right.
here. Because if you're abducting somebody, you wouldn't put her in a different car, because that's what he said she told him. And somebody drove the car over there. You would
All
leave the
the
car right
antics,
there.
all her antics to drive a car and pass you all these CCTV cameras on the highway and whatnot. And you going to Montauk where it have cameras on the end from the end at entry, exit and cameras there. They have installed great cameras there. So I don't understand. And what is very confusing to me, Mom, is that she's talking to you in the hand of our doctors. He had you on the call. He had you
That
on the
was
call
last night.
last night, and she telling you where you are and whatnot. And then the phone cut. Both of you
No,
cut.
I
But
asked her.
that is
I asked
that
her.
is funny kidnappers.
She
Kidnappers
said,
wouldn't look
"Mom,
to merge no call with nobody. They will call and they don't stay longer than
a
49
minute."
seconds. They don't stay longer when they know a call could be traced.
She said, "Mom, I want to come home." And I said, "Yes, child, I know." I said, "Child, where are you?" She said, "Ma, I don't know. I can't see. It's dark." She said, I said, "What you hearing?" She said, "All I'm hearing is Spanish talking." That was it, and that was the end
Let
of
me
it.
ask you something as the mother. Do you smell a rat? Do you find something is very unusual? I can tell you something, huh? And I can tell you this. And you know you mightn't like this, but something is not right with this. It is not adding up. It is not adding up. And today I got some information, some crucial, very, very crucial information with respect to this kidnapping. Very crucial information. And I had to pass it to the police because it was very interesting information with an incident on Friday
Mm.
concerning her boyfriend. Very interesting. It was a bit
Mm.
unusual, but nevertheless, I'm not casting any aspersions on him. But it was a bit
Yeah.
unusual event on Friday. She was abducted
Hmm.
on Saturday around 9 o'clock, nine something, but not very
No,
interesting.
no, Friday night,
Friday
not
she was
Saturday,
abducted. Sorry,
Friday night.
9 o'clock. But during that
Nine,
day
around
lunchtime,
nine
it was a
something.
little interesting incident, and I brought it to the attention of the police. But I can tell you this: there's, as my grandmother used to say, something in the mortar beside the pestle,
So the
somebody
person.
trying to hot up your head. Take what I tell you today. Somebody trying to hot up your head. Now, I know you who you are, yeah? I know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
In the past, I could distinctly recall because when I
Mm-hmm.
got your number, let me tell you how when I got your number and I put your number on my phone, you know what came up?
Mm.
PPE uniforms for
Ah,
crime watch.
yes. Yes.
So I said, but this woman was supposed to send some
Yes.
during COVID some outfits for me to give out to
And it
people and
said it
whatnot
went, yes.
during
Mm-hmm.
COVID. And I
Yes.
said, this woman
And
lives
you know that,
abroad.
yes. Mm-hmm. And the guy, the
I
when I
hope
went to the
nobody's trying to
shipment place,
extort you, I hope so.
well, somebody trying to tell me that too.
I hope so.
Because a
Nobody's
question,
trying to extort you. I just hope so because I mean,
well, a
you're
question
you
was
are you are a
asked to
blessed
me.
woman. You're a blessed woman. You're a good woman. I know you are, and I only hope that nobody's trying to extort you because something in the mortar beside the pestle, something. And let me tell you something. The police and all they have realized because I spoke to persons from anti-kidnapping squad, senior people, and and I indicated to them about my findings. I
Mm-hmm.
indicated to them about my findings and what I discovered, and I passed the
Mm-hmm.
information on to them. But I just want you to know that
Mm-hmm.
that I am here for you, just how you were there for me during COVID, and you wanted to send stuff for us to give out
Mm-hmm.
to the public and whatnot. I just want you to know that I'm
Mm-hmm.
here for you. And when I spoke to you earlier this morning, you realized that I was ahead of the game. You realize that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna leave it there,
Yes.
and I want you to know, be strong, and don't let anybody play ahead us yet. Yeah. Don't take no plane and come down here yet.
Well, that's what I want to do because my mother, like I told you, she got a stroke a month ago. And I have to get somebody to see her. My family, all of them came from New York, all of that to meet with me to see what I'm doing. I told them I have to get somebody to stay. If not, I would have been there like yesterday.
Okay. So let's watch it and see. Let's watch it and see. And we are
Mm-hmm.
hearing all sort of things, but let's watch it and see. And I want you to know this. I want you to know this. There are persons
Mm-hmm.
who are they have a wealth of experience. Persons in
Mm-hmm.
anti-kidnapping. And they have a wealth
Yes.
of experience with dealing with incidents like this. And
Mm-hmm.
I believe that they're going to make a breakthrough. We have already passed information to them. And what I suspect, I wouldn't tell you that, what I suspect.
Mm-hmm.
And let's hope for
Mm-hmm.
the best.
I hope I'm pretty, and because I watch your program. I was following with this Shashri guy because I'm not living far from Shashri. I know Shashri mother very good. She's the one, all the material over there we bought it from by Shashri, them the gravel and the stand, everything.
Uh,
And when this came and happened with this boy is the most saddest thing. So I
it's a
don't want
starting, it's a starting, it's a starting.
me to turn out to this, like reach to this alternative, like
It's a starting. It wouldn't reach to that. It
and
wouldn't reach to
that's
that. It wouldn't reach to that. It wouldn't reach to
because
that. You
this.
take what I tell you, it wouldn't reach to that because a lot of the events, something is not adding
Mm-hmm.
up. And I hope that persons who are watching this and who are listening to this, they come out and talk. And there are people who will go on my website, ianallen.org, and they will tell us.
Mm-hmm.
They will tell us because I want this. I want closure to this now. I want closure to
Mm-hmm.
this. I want
Mm-hmm.
closure to this because you see,
So,
when you're doing kidnapping,
mm-hmm.
you have to think,
Yes,
and these people are thinking. They're not thinking. They're
I
not
know,
thinking.
but
They're
that's
not
when
thinking.
the thing is this here. My thing is this is that I am just trying to make sure that she's safe. And when I get to find out, I was on a phone call with the same cousin that called me up and told me that you shouldn't tell me. I heard the mother saying that they found out where she's at. I
All
said
right.
she's
So
in
what I will do,
Carsonfield.
I will keep you posted, and I have to go now.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Okay.
Ian, thanks.
God bless
Okay,
you.
thanks.
Thanks again.
Thank you, same thanks.